Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Digimon World 2! Last time we checked in, we caught it ourselves a Betamon.
Wait. We caught it ourselves?
We befriended ourselves a Betamon with a cannon.
Yeah, we caughted?
Caughted. We cauterized the Betamon's wounds. As you guys can see, he's now at level 3. His attack is Electric Shock. Digimon is now at level 4, which means that it's time for us to complete SCSI domain and actually complete the game's first mission. But before we do that, it's time for us to, it's tutorial time. We're going to show you Digibeetle improvements.
Yay! Relevance!
This is the Digibeetle parts vendor. Here you can buy new Digibeetle parts. Most of the stuff that he has right now is the stuff that's already in your Digibeetle. Other than the Lion Engine, which you really don't need. The shooter gun, the shooter gun you already have, the Bug Zapper, the Missile Gun, and the R-Cannon are all optionals. The Bug Zapper and the Missile Gun you will need really soon, but we'll get into that when we get them. The Mech Hand we already have, but the Magnet Hand allows us to disarm more dangerously booby-trapped treasure boxes without penalty, and the Mine and Bug Sweeper let us see mines and bug nests. But right now, again, we don't see any of them anyway, so we aren't going to purchase those right now. The Ammo Man sells us ammo for the Missile Gun, essentially, so we'll get to him when he's relevant too. But that is where you purchase new Digibeetle parts. However, if you have a Digibeetle part already installed, and you need to upgrade it, you need to speak to this fancy smancy dude in the red hat.
I think that's his hair. Oh well, it's red.
Go to the upgrade menu, it gives you an option of things to upgrade. At the very beginning of the game, you start it with 100 EP. That needs to fix very soon, although you're probably still going to need to buy EP packs for a little while. The second you get 500 bits, I always recommend that you upgrade this to Crab Battery level 2. It doubles your base EP to 200, and then we also have a couple of EP packs in our bag as well, just in case. You may not need them if you're taking the most direct route up. You will probably not have any problems. Just showing you our backpack for now. Going in on this mission, bring in 2 HP discs, an MP disc, and a couple of EP packs. You don't need a lot of healing items because every time your Digimon level up, they regain all their HP and MP, and right now you're not a particularly high level, so you'll probably level up at some point. Get the Digibeetle. Let's go. So SCSI is the easiest domain in the game, other than the training one, obviously. Has 4 floors. One for each different classification of types, and then the boss floor. First, I'm going to go and raid this treasure chest because I can. Clear the Biomon out of here, and then we will move on. Now, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put a montage at the end of each domain of every Digimon in the domain attacking us, just so you can see what each individual Digimon does. Yeah, so there will be a little montage like that at the end of this domain. But for now, the goal is just to get through it as quickly as possible, which means that I really don't need to be in this room for anything. In the minimap, which I'm going to enlarge just for the sake of showing everybody, red dots are enemy Digimon, the light blue dot is yourself, green dots are treasure chests, and a dark blue dot is your floor portal. So if you walk into a room, see no dark blue dot on the minimap, then you don't necessarily have to stay in that room, especially if you're trying to crawl to the top floor as quickly as possible. Or running into dead ends. This game really doesn't want me to look cool, does it? Okay, so big room here.
Gatekeeper!
Yeah. Like we said before, Tapermon is almost always in the gate room in this first domain. So if you're looking to capture one as a Gold Hawk Tamer, or you're looking for the floor portal, if you can't really read the minimap very well, Tapermon's usually the best sign to look for. I'm going to dodge this Snow GabrielWingue fight if I can drive properly. And then we're going to... Most of the floors have the same general layout, so I'm assuming the floor portal is probably going to be in this room. And I'm wrong, so we'll assume that it's... I'm going to go with the bottom right, so... This... I am being denied in all of my attempts to drive properly. In the early portions of the game, because you have very limited EP, your ability to drive is very, very important. So if you miss those angle steps, things can go very wrong very fast. Okay, so I don't want to go that way because I'm going to have to get into a couple of fights to get where I need to go. So I want to go to the right here. And it should lead me up to a room where I'm pretty confident the floor portal is. Good predictions. So, GabrielWingue's guarding the floor portal. Most times the floor portal will be guarded by at least one Digimon, but it's not necessarily like a concrete fact. Now, we actually haven't seen this floor yet. This is actually the third floor in the domain, and we hadn't had to visit this floor previously. But this is where the data types are in the domain. If you're running Blue Falcon, you are almost required by the game's kind of logistics to capture Crabmon and Gabumon on this floor. Yes, I know, I'm almost out. Maximize effectiveness. Get down to 1 EP, go into my items. Even with your upgraded battery, you're going to need EP packs. It's just a fact. You're going to need them. So just be prepared with them. This is Crabmon. You actually haven't seen us fight Crabmon, so I guess we'll leave this battle in. I'll let Crabmon attack us just so you can see what his attack is. The attack is Scissor Magic. It's a flat damage attack, nothing particularly special.
Scissor Magic.
So, just to give you guys the opportunity, since we will just straight out kill him if we attack, we'll let him get his swing off here. It's a flat damage attack with no special abilities, but he is fairly powerful as far as Digimon goes, so if you're a Blue Falcon tamer, definitely capture him. He's very important actually later on, and we'll have to catch a Crabmon in a short period of time too for something else game related. Well, the reason why I really wanted to kill Crabmon this time is because he's guarding a chest, and I want what's in it. He also attacked Devimon, which works out for us because it means that he levels up and he gains all of his HP and MP back. So what is in this treasure chest? Ooh, booby traps! Awesome. I got back the EP pack I spent. The best part about this early domain is that about the early domains, they will almost always have treasure chests populated almost exclusively with EP packs,
HP
and MP discs. So you don't have to worry too much about items in this part, but hoard as many as you can for future runs, because you'll still need them for a little while. Anyway, we're gonna get into 2 fights right here. We'll be free to explore and take all of the goodies that are in the room. One particular benefit with most of the domains is the higher up you go, and this is I guess kind of common for dungeon crawlers, the more item boxes you will find. Now unfortunately this game's a bit of a dick and will occasionally give you empty treasure chests. But the items are always good, so if you find a room with several in it, it's pretty great. And the 3rd floor is smaller than 1st and 2nd, so it's a lot easier to not get lost in. This is your first boss floor. If you notice, the walls are a bit of a different pattern. Most of them are typically maze-like and filled with Digimon that make this really, really hard. Luckily enough, this first one, because they decided to take it easy on you, puts you right at the boss.
My instincts, they tell me we're about to fight a boss.
Your tamer instincts?
Yes. Call it a hunch.
As we pointed out previously, all the bosses wind up on their own respective floors, so this is a machine-type floor, so we're going to fight a machine-type Digimon. In this case, it is the virus-type Heigurumon.
Heigurumon!
I'm glad you're here, you little tamer brat. I'm Heigurumon, boss of SCSI domain. We'll crush you. This is it for you. That's what you think. I'll show you. Go ahead and make my day. What are you, an action star?
And make my day!
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 What was with that over... Just... Why was it that...
Day! There really is no strategy for this boss fight compared to ones in the future. It's going to be a 2 or 3-on-1 fight. As long as you're at like level 3 or 4, you can take him really easy. Just sling with your best attacks. He's going to swing back with his Darkness Gear attack, and odds are you will just outlast him. If one of your Digimon wind up low on health, which they shouldn't, then you can just use an HP disc.
No, he was hit for 14 damage, who cares?
Like I said, you're just going to outlast them. This will be a 2-turn fight, at the most. 3 maybe if you're running Blue Falcon, or are under leveled. But in the end... It's just a harder version of fights you've already had in this domain, and by harder version, I mean slightly harder. You cannot capture boss Digimon, which kind of sucks, but I guess kind of makes sense. But you can usually capture other versions of them later on in the future. So we defeat him, Betamon levels up, we're at level 5. We defeated the boss Digimon. Because the mission is complete, go back to the city and report to the leader. And there is the exit. Exit portals are fantastic. They mean that you can stop worrying about the domain and go home already. You'll get back into town. Now, if we go back out and look at the map, it'll show SCSI no longer in orange. That means that your mission is complete. So we'll pop back over to Skull, see what he wants. We come in. Akira, good work. The Black Sword Leader is waiting for you. Please go to his room. Yes, little boy. Go to the leader's room. Yes, yes. Why? Delicious little boy. Yeah.
Let's only make jokes like that once we get Myotismon.
Black Sword Leader, I completed my mission. I've destroyed Higurumon, the boss Digimon of SCSI domain. Good job, Akira. Carol was right about you being a good tamer. You have much potential. Thank you, sir. I'm doing my best, blah, blah, blah. But stay alert, I have another mission for you. Boss Digimon were spotted in video and disc domains, which are near SCSI. Wild Digimon are united under 2 bosses, so we expect a large offensive. Destroy these 2 boss Digimon. We will not do that, but we will be taking a trip to Disc Domain in the next video to round out our 4 Digimon party. So, everybody, if you want to see what the next logical step is to take from here, it is most important that you join us next time on... I'm really stalling out the ending because I forgot that there was dialogue at the end of this. Stalling, 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 stalling. I can't stall anymore. You stall for me.
Stalling, 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 stalling,
Stalling, stalling, stalling, stalling, stalling, stalling.
Oh, get out of here, you putz already.
Bertrand and Joy come over and are just like blah blah blah, rival, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah
blah blah blah. We are useless, blah blah blah, blah blah.
You will have to save us later, blah blah blah. If you want to know what the next logical step is, join us next time on Digimon World 2.